MDCT?
Thank you so much, Robert. You know, when there's a contestation, especially for power and positions, definitely there are a lot of challenges that do happen, a lot of unprocedural things that do happen, and a lot of allegations that come out of the processes, and a lot of challenges that come out of the processes. And in most cases, the process will have challenges at the end of the day, so that its outcome will be challenged from various corners, various centers. The previous EOC that we did on the 27th December had its challenges, fundamental challenges, fundamental flaws, such that many contestants were not happy with the outcome, were not happy with the main processes. I think we have heard Madam Khupe outlining some of the challenges that were met at the EOC. Those challenges are true, and they need to be resolved one way or the other. Those are the things that I suggest naturally, that those things must be resolved by what I call the internal reform agenda. The internal reform agenda must focus on those things that were raised by Madam Khupe, so that we come together more, we get more united. Those are the things that must not happen again. That's my position. It must not happen again. It happened, it must not happen again, because we want to focus on the bigger picture. We want to focus on the main objective of forming a political party is to make the party grow, and the party, for it to grow, it must be united. This is where we are going. So some of us as leaders, we chose between focusing on the internal challenges we had on the 27th of December, or focusing on uniting people regardless of those challenges, uniting people and build the party, grow the party for the benefit of Zimbabweans. When I looked at the challenges that we met on the 27th of December, it was more directed to my personal ambition, my personal desire to hold a position. So I had to make a choice personally. Do I need really to have a position as an individual at the expense of the party getting destroyed? So I chose to unite the party, to build the party for the people, not for myself. My personal interest, I will see it on the other later date. But for now, I could see that if I had chosen to pursue my personal ambition for a position, I was going to have a damaged, destroyed, useless party. So I chose between the two. But however, I want the internal challenges to be resolved so that it will not happen again.
So is the process for that to happen started?
It has already started. I think you've had a meeting that was held between the president of MDCT and the vice president, Madame Khupe. It has started. We want that to be taken very seriously. We want the party to look into those things and resolve them. But in the process of resolving them, let us not destroy the party. Let us not put the unity at risk. We want the unity of the party to be really worked on, and I personally will be very much central in the process of uniting the organization. That is my number one agenda in the party, to make sure that because during the elections, what happens is people are divided along campaign teams, and those divisions go down to the grassroots. And I don't want that. Personally, I don't want that. I want the people to be united from the top to the bottom. That is, people at the national must be united, people in the province must be united, people in the district, in the wards, the branches must be united. We must now focus on the leadership that is there. We must support President Douglas Mwonzora. He must lead us, regardless of what has happened. He must lead us. He must lead us. He must show that he's a leader. He must show that he can unite people. He must show that he doesn't hold personal grudges. He must show that he's not a factionalist by uniting everybody, accommodating everybody. And he should actually go down to instruct his supporters at the lower level to unite with others at the lower level. Because if he doesn't do that, he might call about unity at the top there, but when it goes down, his supporters might actually continue to segregate, fire other people, causing disharmony in the lower structures. And that's what we want to see not being done on the ground, because we want to make sure that we save this organization. We are not prepared to experience another split. We've had splits all over, and I personally don't like that. I don't like splits, and I don't want to see MDCT splitting at all. I will do my best, everything within my capacity to ensure that this organization will not split.
And as you have said, that unit should not only be from the leadership, and your president should actually see that it scales to the lower levels. But as the national chairman of the party, what is it that you have done, or what kind of message have you sent to the lower levels of the party to say, let bygones be bygones, and let's work for the unity of the party as we go forward to the 2023 general elections?
All party members in MDCT know that I have sent a message down to the grassroots. I have spoken to them in our meetings. I have spoken to them in our standing committee. I have spoken to them in our national executive committee. I have spoken to them in our national council committee that they must be united. Let bygones be bygones. Let us forgive each other. Let us unite. Regardless of what has happened at the 8,000 Congress, people must take unity as a fundamental principle that must guide us for the growth of the party. I've argued with them that if you want the party to grow, you must unite. You must forgive each other. We have a lot of splinters in MDC, and many people from other splinter groups would want to come and join us. They must be received, accepted unconditionally. If a person is coming from a group led by Nelson Chamisa and he wants to come and work with us, you must receive that person without any condition. If a person is coming from ZANU-PF and he wants to work with us, receive that person without any condition. We want to build the party. Party is about numbers of the people, and if we do not have people, the party is weak and it will never grow. So really, in politics, we don't have we don't have permanent enemies. We've got common interests. If a person is decided to work with you politically, receive that person unconditionally.